So as far as old school managers, I mean, you hear any player of that era talk about managers like like Bill Nick or Brian Clough or Bill Shankly. I mean, these were hard, like granite like men. Very rarely would give a player praise. Would be quite hard when it came to maybe negotiating a contract. I heard Pat Jennings on BBC Radio the other day saying when he signed from Watford, and Bill said to him, "What do you mean you're on 35 quid at Watford? I can find out, So the stories seem to be a lot about, stick instead of carrot. But at the same time, these managers, the players were just played out of their skins, and these managers created great teams. How was it as a player? What was it about Bill Nick that brought all of that out of you and the other guys in the team?
The manager of the time set the tone. Can't tell you about other teams because I only know about Tottenham. Thankfully, they set the tone of everything. They led the club. If you lead a club with a history of Tottenham Hotspur, and by the way, Bill Nick created a lot of that history himself with the double team and the Cup Winners' Cup win, etc. Then you had to have total respect. You were some sort of mug if you didn't respect this man giving you instructions from all his wealth of experience. And the fact that he was leading you, guiding you, setting the tone for you and others was actually enough because that meant he trusted you. The fact you were in his squad, he trusted you. So you'd have to be really, really stupid to let him down. So he was hard, he was harsh. And I remember Alan Mallory being a captain, standing up to him one day at the end of a game when he was being harsh on Martin Chivers. And he said, "Bill, why don't you give him a bit of praise? Why don't you stop just getting at him? Give him a bit of praise. He's trying. Bill is trying." Is he? Will you leave that to me, will you? And it wasn't disrespecting Mullers, but what he's saying is, I'm the captain, and that player's not doing what I want. And the only way I'm going to get it out of him is telling him, keep telling him, and practicing it. And then he can deliver what I want. Again, I might have told you this before, but I think there was 2 games where he didn't play, Chiv. And you know what his instruction was? Go to watch West Ham play and watch every single minute that Jeff Hurst plays. Now, that is very harsh. That is very harsh. Having said that, Jeff Hurst scored 3 in the World Cup final. So, yeah. So take that as read. So this was probably 68. Yeah, 68 before I got in the team. So, and that went around the training ground like wildfire. He's not picking Chiv, and he's sending him to watch Jeff Hurst. So I was telling someone the other day, and I thought this would be a good one for you to hear. So I played my 3rd game at Liverpool away. Tommy Lawrence in goal, Ron Yates, Tommy Smith, Lawler, Callaghan, Thompson. Very, very good team. Haven't quite taken off yet, but we're about to. But we had Jimmy Greaves and Mike England and Pat Jennings and Cyril Knowles, Gilly, etc. And I'm 17. It's my 3rd game. And I play, and I got to tell you, I played and I competed for my life. There was something about that atmosphere. Well, I would have done anyway if there had been 10 people there. But when it's the cops fall and they're baying for your blood and they want you to fall over. They want you to foul. Guess what? That's when you stand up. So 17, and at the end of the game, before managers had to parade in front of the cameras, who did they parade off? They went and found each other and talked about football and the game itself, etc. And Bill Shankly says to Bill Nicholson, "Who's your tiger?" Now, what a lovely compliment that is for 17-year-old Steve Perryman playing in midfield if I'd have been told.
Oh, no. Well, I suppose you could have got carried away with the fairies hearing something like that, maybe.
That's why they didn't praise you. So, you know, when I found that out, that Bill Shankly had said that about me, the next season, when we went to play at Liverpool away, by this time they'd signed Kevin Keegan from Scunthorpe. I think they beat us this time. The first game was 0-0. Anyway, the second one with Kevin Keegan in the team, I think they beat us. And Bill Shankly says to Bill Nicholson, when they didn't have to go in front of the cameras, "Bill, my tiger's better than your tiger."
Oh, no way, man.
Just imagine if I'd have been told that when it happened, say on the way home in the train. "Hey, Steve, Bill Shankly liked you." Again, to the wrong person, might have got carried away with it. I personally don't think I would have done, because I actually don't take praise that easily. So, and yet they would also write. Someone sent me an interview that Eddie Bailey gave, and Eddie Bailey was asked a question about this young player that's got in the team. How's he doing? Eddie Bailey said in print, but would never say this to me personally, "Steve Perryman's got a chance of being a player because his heart is much bigger than his head." So they're just giving you the messages, albeit not direct to you. They come at you another angle at a different timing. They were masters at keeping your eyes on the ball, keeping your head in shape, just keeping you under control. And remember, there was no agents then. There was no people blowing smoke up your backside. My family never did it. I was never told by anyone at any age, under 10s, under 11, under 15, whatever. I was never told you're the best player in the team. You're a fantastic player. I was never actually told I was shit either. It was very level from my brother. My parents didn't really have an opinion. The schoolmasters, the young coaches at Tottenham, it was all in control. And I think that gave me a long career.
A very long career. Wow.
Keep under your hat. Keep a lid on it.